Hi soulmates, you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tekla, and today we'll be learning how to make this bustier top with a yoke. I know sometimes people want to know how to make this, so I've already gone ahead to mark out some lines on my pattern paper. For my shoulder to nipple is 10, my shoulder to underbust is 14, my shoulder to waist is 17, and then my full length I used 24. Then for my shoulder, I used 8 inches, and then for my chest line, I came up by 2 inches on my bust point, which is what you can see me marking. So I'll just go ahead and rule it. Then for my neckline, I used 3.5 by 3, or you can even use 3 inches by 3. So that is what you can see me marking at this point. So I am just going to go ahead and use my curved ruler to curve the neckline. I'm using my pattern master on my curved ruler to give it a very nice shape. Then for my shoulder slope, I came down by about 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Some people do come down by 1.5, but me, 1 inch works for me. So you can see the pattern that we have, and you know that the horizontal measurement we use is shoulder to bust point to under bust to waist and then to full length. So on this place that I have my bust point, I am going to mark my round bust measurement, and then I'm first going to divide my nipple to nipple by 2. My nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 4, is 8, so divided by 2 is 4. Then I am going to take that 4 inches measurement down to the full length of my pattern paper. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my straight ruler, the straight part of my curved ruler, to rule out that lines, and that is going to be where we are going to take our dart for this bustier pattern. So on my waistline, I am going to take 1 inch on both sides and also on my under bust, and then I am going to rule it with a straight line. So you can see what we have. You can see the way I ruled my line. Then I'm going to come up by 2 inches on my full length, and I am going to slant that line to the 2 inches. The reason why I came up by 2 inches is so that the dart doesn't get to our hip, and then it will now look pointy, kind of, that kind of a thing. So that is why I came up by 2 inches. You can decide to come up by 1.5 either. So on my bust point, I'm going to come down by about 1/4 of an inch or half an inch. And that is where I am going to use my curved ruler to curve in my bust dart. You can see the way I am curving it. And then also, please, also take note of how I am keeping my curved ruler and the part I am using, and this is going to help you to have a very good curve on your bust points to your under bust. So guys, we have our first dart and we have already taken it out. If you didn't understand this thing I did, please kindly rewatch and follow up. So I am going to come up by about 3 inches on my bust point. This is depending on how open I want my bust to be. You can decide to come up by 2.5, you can decide to come up by 2, you can decide to come up by 3.5. It depends on how busty the person is and how you would like it to be covered. Remember that that place I came up with is where my yoke is going to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that 4 inches line up to that 3 inches above my bust point. So what I used for this pattern paper is 3 inches, as you can see. So I've gone ahead to mark it out. Then I'm also going to go ahead and mark out half an inch on both sides of the 3 inches that I came up. I'm going to mark half an inch. Then you can see the way I am positioning my curved ruler. You can see the way I'm positioning my curved ruler. I also came up by half an inch on the bust point, and then I am going to go ahead and curve it to that half inch that I marked on that place I marked my yoke line. I'm going to do both of that on both sides. And you can see that our bustier is already curved. We have already taken out the darts, and you can see how perfect it is. Sometimes you don't take out your dart very well and the clothes now come out looking somehow. or you won't even curve your bust point very well, kind of. So for my yoke on the center part of my pattern, I'm going to decide how high or how low I want it to be. For this tutorial, I came up by about 1.5 inch. You can try to come up by 1 or by 2, depending on how open or how you want your sweetheart neckline to be. So I'm just going to connect from the first part of that leg to that place that I have that 1.5 inches I came up with. And then I'm also going to go and curve it the other way, so you can see what we have and you can see how perfect it is looking. So please, if you are marking your own, make sure you are marking it right. Don't just mark it anyhow. Then on my bust point, I marked my bust point measurement divided by 4, which is 9 inches. I think the bust point I was using is 36 divided by 4, that is 9. So I marked it on my bust point, and I also marked it on my chest line. I marked it on my bust point and on my chest line. Then I came to my waist. The waist I was using is 7 inches. So I marked the 7 inches and then added the 2 inches allowance that I took out for the dart. Please do not forget to add back your allowance, please. Then on my hip line, I marked my hip measurement, which is 10. The hip I was working with is 40 divided by 4. That is 10. So you can see the way I curve the hip using the curved part of my ruler, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the stretch part to connect the chest line to the bust point and then to the waist. And you can see our side part is ready. You can see the way it is looking. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and take my armhole measurement. From that place, I marked my bust point to the tip of my shoulder slope. I think I was supposed to do that earlier, but I didn't do it, but then it's never too late. So you can see what we have and you can see how perfect and nice this thing is looking. So when you are doing this, just take your time and do what you are supposed to do. Then for my yoke on my armhole parts, I came down by about 1/2 inch from my armhole. You can start to come down by 1. You can start to come up from your bust point by half. It depends on the armhole you are using. So for me, I came down by 1/2 inch from my armhole line, and then you can see what we have. You can see that our yoke is already coming out. Yes, it is. Then also note that you can also decide to add a bust dart, but for now I am not using a bust dart. To add the bust dart on your pattern paper or on your dress. So at this point, you can decide how you want your bustier to be. If you are joining from the waist, you just cut it out on the waistline. If you are using a basque effect, maybe you want to add bone or you want to add thick gum, so it will have like a corset basque effect. You can see how I curved it. You just maybe curve it from your waistline down. At this point, you can do whatever you want. That is just what I mean. So I am going to go ahead now and start with making the back pattern, and the back pattern is going to be also on this pattern paper so that you can see everything that we are doing clearly. So for my back neckline, I think I used about 3.5 inch by 1 inch, and then you can see the way I curved it. That is for my back neckline. Then I took my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. That is what I'm positioning my tape to take. I use 8 inches for my shoulder measurement, and then for my chest line, I came up by 2 inches. So I'm also going to go ahead and come up by that same 2 inches on my chest line. I was just trying to mark that out. You can see the way I was doing it. So I am going to slant that shoulder line to meet that 2 inches that I came up with on my bust point. So guys, if you are finding value in this video, please hit the subscribe button and then like this video so that others can get to see it, because it's a source of encouragement for me and it helps me to know that people are getting to see these videos and then I should continue creating. So at this point, I'm just trying to do the back neckline that I want. I want to add this back neckline. Okay, I went ahead to do my shoulder slope and then I connected it. So for my back neckline, you can do whatever you want. Just do whatever back neckline that your client wants or that you want to add on your dress, but then stay tuned to see the particular back neckline that I used. I did my armhole curve of course, as you can see. And then we are going to proceed now to mark out the remaining pattern. Please stay till the end of this video so that you see how I am going to cut out this pattern. So I went ahead to mark my normal measurement, but then I started with my nipple to nipple divided by 2, just the same way that we did for the front. And you know, my nipple to nipple is 8 divided by 2, that is 4 inches. So I went ahead and connected all the lines together. You can see what I am doing at this point in time. I was just cross-checking to make sure that I am using that same 4 inches. So guys, have you liked this video? Have you given us a comment? Please go ahead now, hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, you are the one that is missing out. Yes, you are the one that is missing out. So hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss other valuable content that we have. We share videos based on how to draft pattern, things you can do to succeed in tailoring and run your business to a great extent. So I took out half an inch on my waistline, and that is a total of 1 inch. You can see the way I marked the dart. Remember that you don't slant your dart to your hip line. I came up by that same 2 inches I came up on the front part. You can even decide to come up by 1.5. So I just took my measurements and then I added back the allowance that I took out on my waist. My waist is 7 plus that 1 inch that I took. That is 8 inches. So that is what I marked on my waist. Then I curved my hip. You can see the way I am curving the hip. I am not using straight line to connect the hip because my hip is not straight. That is the shape of a female hip. So you can see what I did. Then for my yoke, I came up by about 1 inch or 1.5 inch, so that I am going to slant it at the same place with the front neckline. Then you can also decide to do whatever you want on the back yoke. You can see that I first tried to do a curved line, and then I decided to, you know what, let me just do a straight line. So you can decide to do it however you want, please. However you want your neckline, your back neckline to be, that is what you are going to do. Also depending on the style that your client gave you also, that is how you are going to do it. So I did a slanted back yoke. You can also decide to do a straight or even a curved. And then I did my neckline. You can see the kind of neckline I am using. So I was just going to add a pressing button or a button at the end of that neckline to join it together. And remember that this place that I'm showing you now is where you add your zipper allowance. Assuming you are adding zip to this clothes, please add your zipper allowance on your fabric. You can use 1.5 or you can use 2 inches. Add it on the side. So stay tuned to see how I am cutting this clothes so that you can also be able to know exactly how to cut yours. So you are also going to decide how you want your waist to be, just like I said on the front part. This thing is not hard. There's nothing hard in making bustier, just that maybe you've not paid attention to learn it very well. And I always advise tailors to know how to sew everything before you start sewing. Don't start sewing what you don't know, and then at the middle part you won't know the line to sew. Always prepare yourself for the execution before you start executing. Know every single process that you are supposed to do. If you're making a bustier, have it in your head that this is how I am going to sew this clothes all through, so that not when you join this part you don't know how to join the other part. It makes your work faster. That is why people sew clothes fast. It's not just to start sewing and then at the end of the day you now get confused. When you already have it all planned out in your head, you see that you just execute within few minutes, you are already done sewing. But then that is by the way, it's just an advice or my own opinion. You can try to take it or not. So you can see the way I cut out the back waist. I cut it out from the waist exactly. Then the front, I decided to do a basque effect, which I will attach it like that to my skirt. So you can try to do however you want. If you're attaching at your waist, you just cut it from your waist straight to the back waist as well. So I went ahead to cut out my armhole and every other thing that needs to be cut. Just pay attention so you see exactly how I am cutting this out. So guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please take out this time to subscribe. And then this is just me telling you that we are on Instagram as Tekla Fashion School. You can check our bio to see all our Instagram pages. You can also check Tekla Tutor to see where I post clothes that I made for my clients. You can get inspirations from it. And then we have a WhatsApp community for tailors where we share questions and get answers to what we want. Nobody knows it all. I can learn from you, you can learn from me. So just check out our homepage, our description, and you see all the links to all our pages and to our WhatsApp and everything, because you are still the one to benefit from it. Tailoring work is not easy, but then it's rewarding. If you want to learn more, join our community. And then our online classes are also going on corsets and all of that. And then you can also check out our playlist to see all the tutorials that we have. I have tutorials on beginners, intermediate, and advanced courses. That is for you to see that I have everybody covered. So please, you can check it out and then see what we have to follow up with us. So guys, you can see what we have. You can see the way this thing now is looking, and you can see how our pattern is ready. So if you are cutting this on your fabric, please add the allowance that you want to use and sew it. You can come to the side and add 2 inches, and then when you are cutting the dart part, you just add 1/2 inch for joining. Remember that I did not add any sewing allowance in this pattern paper. So please, if you are cutting it out, cut it out in with allowance. And for now, what we'll be doing mostly on this page is pattern drafting, and you know that this is so beautiful. You can see that everything came out nice. So for watching, see you again. Check out all the videos that we have to see what we have. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.